Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Baby Got Scraps, a scrappy inspiration YouTube and Instagram hop day 2. So today's kit, and this may have been cheating, so I will apologize because we were supposed to use scraps and only one 12 by 12 pattern paper. But when I created this kit and threw the pictures in that I wanted to get scrapped, I end up having like, I don't know, 11 or 15 photos of my fiance's daughter running in state in November of 2020. So she's tracked. So I'm doing a double page layout. So technically, I really only had one 12 by 12 for each page. It's just a double page, and you can't get a double layout if you don't have two 12 by 12. So if this is cheating, I do apologize. But in my mind, I wasn't cheating. I was making two separate layouts that just happened to be this together. Does that make sense? And where they ran, I know this is like random because my scraps are all pink, and this was a pink kit that I put together, but they ran through the woods and not over the house and, you know, over the river and through the woods. But they did run through the woods. So this background I pulled out of one of my 12 by 12 paper pads that I thought I would never use, and I would end up just using the back of it as white. So I was pretty excited to be able to get both of these 12 by 12 pages used. Now I did go ahead and cut all the photos down to 3 by 3, and I matted then on all of that pink cardstock and pattern paper that I had. So I used up a lot of pink scraps. And then I went ahead and took my black soot distress ink, and I inked all the edges. Now I am in and off of the screen on this because I am doing it all together to make sure that they somewhat match up, as you know, the layout is a double. And I just went through and put them in order from where she's like, you know, getting ready to go to the starting line, at the starting line, getting ready to go. She takes off, she's running the race, and then she's at the finish. And then it's the very last picture, which is the page 2, bottom right hand corner, is the back of her legs, and they wrote evil baddies because they're from Edwardsville. So, you know, girls, she's a freshman and she's on the varsity team and was able to run state. So phenomenal little runner there. All right, so I do have these 3 6 by 6 pattern papers from a 6 by 6 paper pad. So as I have super amount of trouble trying to ever use the 6 by 6, I am using it to be the center basically of the layouts. I do have trouble, like, because I don't want to like mess you guys up. I don't want to hit the camera or turn the page, of actually getting this one stuck down. And I am going to flip it over, and I take my X-Acto knife and cut it in half, but I'm trying to line it up as best as possible, and then I just get this stuck, the outsides, the left and right one, on the page. Now here we are. I'm just doing a single page. I took the layout, the double page out so that you could see, and basically I'm just popping up the photos and tucking these 6 by 6 pieces of paper underneath the photos. And I'm basically going to embellish the majority, like the pictures. I'm going to put a couple little bit of embellishments on each picture, like, you know, like a little grid layout. This is just a very large grid layout. And then I do the center of the layout as well. And I'm just making sure that everything is securely adhered to the page. Now I do have these other strips of pattern paper, very flimsy, so I'm just going to stick that and run at the border. Just another thing to link the two pages together. And I do have to fix this one because I look at it and it's not straight, and you can see that right there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one back up and straighten it out and tuck it back under. And then I'm going to run the other side, and I do have to trim it just a bit again. And then I'm going to take the other scrap that I have that matches it, and we're going to run it the other way. Now I have several scraps of that paper, and it is from I guess you really wouldn't call it a notebook, but it's a paper pad of just this size scraps of, you know, 2" by 12 scraps of paper. And I bought it when I got back into scrapbooking back in 2005. No, 2013, 14-ish. And I still have that around, and I find it really hard to use scraps. So it worked well. Now, as you see here, I'm just going to set. Now, I did have some rub-ons in here, and that one fell off, and it stuck on that enamel dot. And then it's like a beautiful pink purple butterfly. And then I took it off to scratch off the enamel dots and threw it on the photo. And you guessed it, it stuck to the photo too. So I was like, crap. So I was able to scratch that one up. So I'm just going to put this, tore up little butterfly there, and that's from the Paige Evans collection. And I don't know which one. But I buy these things, I love them, they're beautiful, and then I just never use them. And I've been so good at not doing that here lately. That's just been my problem before, because I liked to look at the pretty things, not necessarily use the pretty things, because what if I want to use the pretty things some other time? So I have broken myself from that habit, and I'm using everything. Because you know what? Tomorrow there'll be another pretty collection out that I'll want. I also have this little foot here, and I believe it's from some sort of baby collection, because you'll see when I flip it over, one side's pink, one side's blue. And I figured she's a runner, right? So this randomly stuck a foot on there. I did ink that in the black soot as well, just to make it pop off the page, because it was kind of blended into the rest of the pinks. I take these little photo corners that I had in a hand-me-down kit, and I get them stuck on the page as well. Remember This Day is going to serve as the title for my layout, just because it's something that I think she should always want to remember. I mean, she made varsity as a freshman. She helped bring them to victories. She's really, really, really fast. And, you should be proud of this and remember that you got to run in state. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that cute little flower in half, and I use one half on this page and I use the other half on the other page. I do try to do that when I'm doing a double layout to bring things, so there'll be if I have doubles of an embellishment, I will use it on each page. And as you can see here, I'm just randomly sticking stuff down on the page. And at first I was like, oh, I'm not liking this. But then I'm like, no, you know what? I like this. It's cute. There's just a little bit of embellishment on each of the photos. And then there's two main centered embellishment clusters in the middle. And I really like it. And I just, I get stuff stuck down. I just basically trying to fill up the voids in the picture, because there's, basically she's just running, and then there's, also this chipboard. This is from one of the Paige Evans collections. Where was I ever going to use somebody doing stretches in yoga pants? Haha. It worked, and I got it on the layout. I'm going to put two of these other photo clusters on this one, again, because I have two on the other page. And I really didn't want to put it on that one, but I stuck it down and it wasn't coming back up. And then that little thing that says you got this. And then I have another one that says kaboom. And I put it at the starting, So I'm just getting stuff randomly stuck around. Now I'm going to stick that's going to serve as my journaling spot. So I'm going to layer up on that I am going to journal. And I get all the rub-ons used up, because I didn't want that to happen again, where it was ugh. And those little epoxy circles are from the Chamel, I want to say it's either Field Trip or Never Grow Up. I think it's Field Trip. Epoxy sticker sheet. So I grabbed all the pink ones off of there as well. And we are almost done with this layout. Now I do stick in these little tags. That's a little planner sticker that says weekend, and this was the weekend that we had to run to Peoria, Illinois, so that we could watch her. I did get these little felt things from Tuesday morning, and I'm just going to layer that on there as well. And I cover up the little blue flower, because there's not a lot of blue on this layout, if any at all. I'm going to go ahead and use the girl, because up until this last couple years, I've had no girls to scrap. I get that stuck on the page, and I do use some liquid glue on the enamel and the thickers and things as that, because you guys know they're not going to stick. Now, before I forget, I will have a link in my description below of all the other ladies playing along with day 2, Baby Got Scraps. So please go and check out their layouts and see what they're using, and get some inspiration on how to use up your scraps. we greatly appreciate it. I'm just randomly putting all these hearts on. You see I keep tapping, and I think we're almost done. I'm going to bring just a couple more things in. And this is the kaboom because I used it on the other page. I used the You Got This, so we had to use the kaboom. All right, I am getting all the stuff that I didn't use. Now I'm going to put this little arrow on here as well. I did a lot of inspirational quotes. Now I'm going to come in and pop these. What is that? Oh, they're little bitty hearts. And just get a couple more hearts on the page. And if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would be greatly appreciated. I try to post one a day. Also, don't forget to check out the ladies who are participating and playing along. And you know what? Use your scraps up and play with us. I found it easier to make page kits. That way I didn't have to think about it. I just reached down underneath my desk, grabbed a kit, and made some, and I have the pictures and everything in there, so I am ready to go. All right, here's the enamel dots, and I am going to go ahead and I have a whole little sheet here, and when I put them together, I put them on either wax paper or a acetate sheet that they're on, and I just combine them all. So I'm going to stick these cute, I have 6 of the hearts, 3 in light pink, 3 in, not hearts, they're crosses, but I'm hiding them so they look like little X's. I have 3 in light pink, 3 in dark pink, so I get them all onto the layout. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the enamel dots on, and after that, it is going to be a wrap-up on this layout. And as this is only day 2, we have 29 more days to go because it's 31 days of scraps. So I'm getting, and by the time I was done putting the kits together, I didn't have any scraps left. So I'm pretty excited about, well, I mean, I had some, but it wasn't a lot. Like, I went from, 12 individual 12 by 12 Ziploc bags to 1. So that is a good feeling. All right, that is going to be it, and I'm going to show you the layout after I put my glue bottle lid on. And there you go. There's my layout. Oh, here's my journaling. I suck at this voiceover stuff. I just basically write on there the date. I also put these little index cards. I cut them, and then I just write what the pictures were, so I didn't have to look up each time because I was printing them out for this. So I knew the day and what was going on, and it's basically just, Whitney running in state. And here's the layout. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.